Welcome to the Maria Liberati Show, where food meets art, travel, and life. So, what does food mean to you? Well, there's a moment when you first step into Morocco where the world seems to shift. The air carries the scent of saffron and orange blossom. The colors feel deeper, richer, almost sun-kissed from centuries of history, and the rhythm of daily life moves with a kind of effortless poetry. It's a place where ancient Medinas whisper stories through narrow alleyways, and where every doorway feels like an invitation to discover something unexpected. And this week, we're traveling through sound, through memory, through imagination to a land that has inspired poets, painters, and wanderers for generations. Morocco is a tapestry woven from Berber roots, Arab traditions, African warmth, and Mediterranean breeze. It's the call to prayer rising over Marrakesh at dawn, the blue-washed serenity of Chefchaouen. I'm not sure if I said that right, but the spice markets that feel like living mosaics, and the hospitality that wraps around you like a warm shawl. But Morocco is more than its beauty. It's a reminder of how cultures blend, evolve, and coexist. It's a place where food is storytelling, where a simple tagine carries the history of trade routes, family traditions, and the art of slow, intentional cooking. And in that way, Morocco speaks to all of us who believe that heritage is something to be tasted, shared, and celebrated. So today, let's wander together. Let's explore the flavors, the stories, the music, and the spirit of Morocco. Whether you've traveled there or are discovering it for the first time, I hope this episode brings you a little closer to the magic of a country that feels both timeless and alive. And before we get started with today's interview with an expert, a travel expert on Morocco, I wanted to give you the top 10 facts about Morocco that I found. So Morocco is home to the oldest continuously operating university in the world. The university, now I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, but it's the University of Al Qarawiyyin, founded in 859 AD by a woman, Fatima al-Fihri. Number 2, the country has 4 imperial cities, Fez, Marrakesh, Meknes, and Rabat, each with its own distinct history and architecture. Number 3, Morocco's Medinas are UNESCO treasures, with Fez's Medina being one of the largest car-free urban areas on the planet. Number 4, the Sahara covers nearly half the country, offering some of the world's most iconic desert landscapes. Number 5, Morocco's cuisine blends Berber, Arab, Andalusian, and French influences. Really interesting, making it one of the most diverse food cultures in North Africa. Number 6, the blue city of Chefchaouen, and I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but it's Chefchaouen, gets its color from a centuries-old tradition tied to spirituality and symbolism. Number 7, Morocco has both Atlantic and Mediterranean coastlines, giving it a unique mix of climate, seafood traditions, and cultural influences. Number 8, the Atlas Mountains stretch over 1,500 miles, home to Berber villages, snow-capped peaks, and rare wildlife. Number 9, argan oil comes almost exclusively from Morocco, produced traditionally by Berber women's cooperatives. And argan oil is supposed to be really good for your hair. And number 10, Morocco was one of the first countries to recognize the United States in 1777, marking one of America's oldest diplomatic relationships. Stay with me for that interview with more on Morocco. Discover the timeless secrets of Italian cuisine with the Basic Art of Italian Cooking series by Maria Liberati. That's me. From fragrant basil to silky olive oil, each page is a culinary masterpiece. Taste the passion, embrace the tradition, and create your own masterpieces in the kitchen with my Gourmand World award-winning book series, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking. Buon appetito, and you can find the books on Amazon.com, Kindle, on MariaLiberati.com, and on the publisher's website, artoflivingprimamedia.com. Hi, and today my special guest is Azdean, who is the host of a podcast dedicated to Morocco called Destination Morocco. So we're going to talk a little bit about traveling to Morocco and maybe the culture and anything else he can tell us about Morocco, because myself included, I have never been to Morocco. So if you've always wanted to find out about Morocco, this is the person to tell you about it. Asdeen, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Maria. I'm super grateful for the opportunity to be
Yes,
on your amazing, amazing podcast.
thank you.
And it is a pleasure. So I'm super excited and looking forward to all the questions that you have. So
Sure. Yes. So, um, let's see. Are you in Morocco now?
I'm actually in Houston, Texas. I am
Oh,
based in
okay.
Houston and I go
Uh,
back and forth. So when I
you go
just came
back.
back, yes,
Uh,
I came back about 2 weeks ago or so.
okay. Okay. So, if anyone wants to go to Morocco, like, where are some, I guess we can start out by asking like the spots to go to, kind of. What spots would you go to, or what cities in Morocco would be good destinations for tours?
That's a really good question, Maria. It really depends on how much time they have in
Uh-huh.
Morocco. If they have a
Uh,
short period of time, I
uh-huh.
would say just stay in one city and do
Uh-huh.
city tours, like in the
Uh-huh.
outskirts of that city. Let's say
Uh-huh.
if they're coming also from Europe, I
Uh-huh.
definitely recommend staying in Tangier and do day trips to the
Uh-huh.
neighboring cities.
Uh-huh.
Or they're going to Fes, the same thing. I'll say, hey, just stay in Fes and do day trips. If they're staying in Marrakesh, the same thing. Do day trips in Marrakesh. You can go to Agafay Desert. You can do a Berber experience in the mountains. You can go to Essaouira, the
Uh-huh.
coastal city of Essaouira. So,
Uh-huh.
and if they have a little bit more time, I always recommend for the first time goers, travelers, to split Morocco into two, the north side of Morocco and
Uh-huh.
then the south side of Morocco. So if you have, for example, 7 or 8 days, then you can do the north side of Morocco, which you will see Casablanca, Rabat, Chefchaouen, and the Blue City. You'll see the Volubilis, the Roman ruined city. You'll see Meknes, which is an imperial city.
Uh-huh.
You'll see Fas.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I would recommend. If it's your first time visiting to Morocco now, if you want to do the southern part of Morocco, you will
Uh-huh.
also be able to see, sometimes Casablanca. If you land in Casablanca, then Marrakesh for
Uh-huh.
sure. I
Uh-huh.
forgot also Marrakesh is included on the north side tour of Morocco. Then you'll go to Tilwet, to Ouarzazate, to Ait Ben Haddou, Dad's Valley,
Uh-huh.
Merzouga. So there's quite a bit. It's very, very unique once
Uh-huh.
you get to Morocco. So there's in terms of the culture, in terms of the scenery, it
Uh-huh.
changes all the time. Every 45 minutes, it really feels like you're in a different place.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
really diverse, Maria.
Really diverse,
Yeah.
really diverse, it sounds like. So, what type of weather do they have there? Is it diverse all around, or is it kind of the same?
That's a good question. It's kind of the same, except when you go to the mountains, just
Uh-huh.
keep in mind it's a little bit cooler.
Uh-huh.
I can be really cold. Like at the moment, they have 4 seasons. It is winter right now, and it's
Okay.
very cold.
Uh-huh.
This season it rained quite a bit, so it's
Uh-huh.
been Morocco has been in a drought for the last 7 years, but with the rain this season, they are out of the drought season, so it rained quite a bit. So.
It did.
Yeah, so, but I also recommend pack accordingly. The
Uh-huh.
busiest season and the best time to go to Morocco weather-wise is spring.
Okay.
March, April, and May. Those are really, really the best times to go. And
Uh-huh.
just when you pack, just make sure you have something, a light sweater will be good because the
Uh-huh.
temperature in the morning gets a little bit cooler. The
Uh-huh.
nighttime, it gets a little bit cooler as well.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Summertime, it's super, super hot, Maria, especially July and August.
Right.
So, yes. So, yeah,
Really hot.
yeah.
Wow. And what type of like their food culture, do they eat kind of like the Americans do, 9 in the morning and then 12 and then 5, or is it more kind of like the Mediterranean way where they eat dinner late at night? How is that?
That's a good question, Maria. I would say they're, let's see my microphone. I would say they're a little bit more of Mediterranean
Uh-huh.
influence in terms of the culture. They
Uh-huh.
tend to eat a little bit, late at night, especially.
Uh-huh.
So. there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but then there are snacks in between, and
Uh-huh.
then coffee, and then tea, and stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
and the food in Moroccan culture, it's pretty big. The
Uh-huh.
Moroccan cuisine last year ranked number one globally, and it's been ranking top three for quite some time. So.
Wow.
There's so many dishes to choose from. There's,
Uh-huh.
yeah, from city to city, it varies. The street food is different. Marrakesh obviously is the best spot to have street food. Fas
Uh-huh.
is definitely not to miss in terms
Right.
of, presentation. The food is just very, very beautiful, very delicious. Yeah.
Right, right. Oh, wow. What types of, I guess, what types of dishes are traditional Moroccan dishes?
The one that comes in mind, and a lot of people are familiar with Maria, is couscous, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's a dish that we have mainly normally on Friday,
Uh-huh.
just early afternoon, right after the midday prayers. So
Uh-huh.
that's really really popular dish, and it's made in different ways. It really varies from house to house, if you would, and city to
Uh-huh.
city, and region to
Uh-huh.
region.
Hmm.
So it can be just vegetarian, it can be with lamb, it can be with beef, with chicken. So and it's definitely worth trying if you haven't had it before. Then
Uh-huh.
the second one that really comes to mind, Maria, is tagine. Tagine is actually the dish that where
Uh-huh.
we serve the food, but then it can be a chicken tagine, it can be lamb tagine, and a
Mhm.
chicken tagine can be served in so many different varieties.
Uh-huh.
Preserved lemon
Uh-huh.
with olives. It can be with prune and beef. It could be so many different ways. Again, so those are the two main things that you're going to be here in Morocco: tagine, couscous, tagine, couscous. So, and
Mhm.
also there's a tagine, vegetarian tagine with just vegetables with no meat.
Oh, oh, that's really interesting. And what's the typical breakfast look like in Morocco? Is there
Oh,
a
that's
typical breakfast?
there is actually a typical breakfast, but again, it varies from region to region. Like the
Oh,
north
okay.
side of Morocco, they tend to have it a little different than the southern part of Morocco, like Marrakesh, Casablanca, Fas, Chefchaouen, and
Uh-huh.
Tangier. They're all different types of breakfast, but some of the most common things to have in breakfast is olive oil, honey, olives, different varieties of olives. Then you'll have croissants,
Uh-huh.
tea, sometimes coffee,
Uh-huh.
juice,
Uh-huh.
cheese. So, and again, different types of bread that are served. Bread is, again, it's really, really big in Morocco. So
Is it really?
they'll have probably three different varieties of bread at least.
Uh-huh.
Then eggs, obviously. So, yeah,
Oh, that's great. That's
yeah.
great. So, and so we went over, let's say, the foods, the culture. What's the typical like, and what did you say? Do people eat dinner late at night also there? Like they
They
do?
do.
Oh, they do eat dinner. So what's late for them? 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock?
Again, it really depends on the family, especially, nowadays the culture has changed in a way that the major cities, at some point a decade or so ago, you'll go to Casablanca or you go to Marrakesh, and 11 o'clock, there's really nothing you can find outside to eat. But now
Uh-huh.
everything is still open at that time. So that, kind of changed the culture a little bit. But in terms of households, a lot of them, I would say probably 9 p.m., 11 p.m. That's normally what they would have dinner.
Oh, 9 or 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really
Late.
late. And do they usually have like their larger meal in the middle of the day, like some of the Mediterranean cultures do?
That is true. Yes.
Oh, they
Yes.
do. So
Yes.
at night, it's usually probably like some type of a later meal.
Yes.
Okay, okay. And what would you say would be the best time of year to visit Morocco?
Like I mentioned earlier, the best time weather-wise, definitely March, April, and May. That's the busy season. June is
Uh,
also good because it's just the weather is changing. It's not really hot and it's not really cold.
oh, yes,
Summertime it gets really hot.
hot.
We're talking average 110 Fahrenheit,
Oh,
120
yeah,
Fahrenheit. So that's really, really hot. And
right.
then September is still going to be hot, but not to that level.
Hmm.
October is the changing season again. It starts to cool off a little bit. So from
Hmm.
October to the second week of December is good
Uh-huh.
because it's not really that crowded.
Oh,
If
okay.
you're trying to travel to Morocco the last 2 weeks of December, Maria, I
Uh-huh.
always recommend you booking everything early because it gets really, really busy because with the
Oh,
holidays, the
oh,
Christmas, the New Year. And yes, there is Christmas in
So a lot of
Morocco.
people do
Yes.
visit for the holidays.
They do, yes. So
Uh,
it is big. And
hmm
some of the accommodations, they don't want just to book you for one night. So they
hmm
may have a minimum of 3 or 4 nights
Uh-huh.
during the holiday season. So just keep
Oh,
that in
okay.
mind. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So the holidays are a busy time, and then probably like early spring is a busy time because it hasn't gotten hot yet. So is like the fall maybe a better time? It might not be as busy and it's might be cooling down a little.
A little bit, yes. You know, like this year has been really raining quite a bit. So, and I
Uh-huh.
was there in Morocco when it rained quite a bit and it was unseasonably cold.
Oh,
But just do your homework
mhm.
because it rained quite a lot.
Oh,
So,
wow.
and that will definitely change your itinerary, change the things that you're going to be able to see,
Uh-huh.
and so forth. So,
Uh-huh.
keep in mind it does rain quite a bit in Morocco. I've
Right.
never seen it rain this much, but
Uh-huh.
so I'm not sure for next year or the year after what it's going to
Oh,
be
so
like.
it
But
does rain. And is there a a particular season that it mainly rains a lot that season?
yes, this is the rainy season
Oh,
actually.
this is the rainy season.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah,
So now is not a good time to visit then because it's the rainy season
yes.
until what, like early spring?
I would say February is good.
Oh,
Yeah.
February. Okay, okay. That sounds great. Anything else? We're almost out of time. Anything else you'd like to tell us? Now, you're originally from Morocco?
That is correct, Maria. Yes,
Ah, so you were born there.
yeah, I was born and raised in the city of Marrakesh. Yes.
Oh, you were. Oh, Marrakesh. That's a really interesting city.
Thank you.
Yes, definitely. Anything else you'd like to tell us about Morocco before we finish up?
If you haven't been, I would say just get to it as quick as you can. It's a beautiful, beautiful country, very diverse. And I just want to give you some numbers, Maria. In
Uh,
2024, for the first time, we ranked number one in Africa.
uh,
Egypt came in second, and we all know Egypt has been number one destination in Africa since the Pharaoh. So it's
right.
definitely recommended. This year, 2025, we did almost 20 million visitors. So
Oh,
Morocco
wow.
is a really, really hot destination. And 2026 is gonna continue that trend. So
Uh-huh.
if you haven't been, just it's gonna be a lot of fun for you. So
To visit. That's great. Yep. And so your podcast is called Destination Morocco, and I guess people can find it anywhere they can find podcasts. Do you have a website?
yes, we do have a website. It's called destinationsmorocco.com, and that's destinations with an S,
Okay.
morocco.com. And the
Okay.
podcast is Destination Morocco Podcast, and they can find it anywhere they listen to their podcast.
Podcast. That's great. That's great. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully, maybe we'll have you back in the near future to talk more about travel there.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Great.
much, Maria. Really,
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks for listening to the Maria Liberati Show, and thanks as always to my producer, Britton Roselle, and this week's special guest. Hope you enjoyed our trip by sound to Morocco. And if anyone out there has ever visited Morocco and has some neat pictures, please share them and hashtag them the Maria Liberati Show, and we will share at themarialiberatishow.com. And as always, you can find me at marialiberati.com. You can also find me on Instagram at Maria Liberati, on Facebook at Chef Maria Liberati, on Twitter or X at Maria Liberati, on Vimeo at Maria Liberati, on Facebook at Chef Maria Liberati, and our YouTube channel, which is the Maria Liberati Show. And let's see, on Vimeo, you can find videos at Maria Liberati, and you can find my Gourmand World award-winning book series, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, at Amazon and Kindle. And Amazon and Kindle does have some audiobook versions of some of the books. You can also find the books at barnesandnoble.com and really anywhere books are sold, as well as the publisher's website, artoflivingprimamedia.com. And until next week, peace, love, and pasta.